So I still have some videos that I need to edit, but I want to jump on here so I can think through this process right now. And now I just had a question that came up in my head because sometimes I imagine that someone is like interviewing me or asking me a question about my process or how I got everything done. And I think if I can go back and like reflect on how I'm thinking about it now and what is helping me to like go forward, then it would be very beneficial. So there's a couple things that I know I've always enjoyed. I've always loved film and like photography and things like that. I've always loved music. I've always loved writing. So those are three, four, potentially, whatever, but three different areas that I want to create in. So when it comes to film, me coming on here and posting these videos, this is me starting that journey or making those steps into film. Even though it doesn't look like how I envision it being in the future, I know that I'm still making steps. I'm still recording my process. When the time allows for me, I'll be able to sit down more, study more. The connections will be open and available, the opportunities, the classes, all those things. But right now, I'm making those forward steps by just getting on here and just talking. As far as the writing, I'm working on this book. I'm working on that first because that is the one thing that I can do, and I don't need anyone to help me do it. I already have the stories, I already have the knowledge, I already have everything I need right now to get that going. So I feel like that is what I need to focus on because my goal right now is to finish a project. Finish one project because I know that once I get one thing finished, the ball will really start going and the doors and opportunities will open up because I have finished something. So my thought process is I can continue to work on different things. I don't have to just totally just consume myself in one area necessarily. I can do something small in all the other areas because my energy, it lasts but so long. You have to make the time and space to do everything. So do something small that's so easy you can't even refuse it. This is me making my steps in film. Now when it comes to music, that i'm I've already been getting that going for some years now. um like a week or two ago, I got together with my friend who's a producer and we finished the song. Like, I at least finished writing the song, which was huge. Huge. I've been writing that song for forever. I do want to make some time, and I will make time to re-record it, and eventually I'll share it. But that's a huge step. And then I've already had some things going. Like, I do my vocal lessons twice a month. um I go to any free classes that are here in Charlotte. What's something else I've joined Brand Man Community. I haven't been active in that space in like 2 weeks or so, but that's okay because right now my focus is pump out the book because that me writing, I write every day anyway. So my goal is to get everything that I want to be in the book. Then I'll work on like organizing it, how I want to organize it. That would be the next step. Then I want to get an editor So, I'll hire someone or whatever. I'm going to need to figure out the book cover and all that stuff. So there's certain steps that need to happen for the book to come together and manifest. And so that's where most of my energy is, because I want to get the book written by the end of this month. That's the deadline. I want to have the book completely finished and ready to go by the time school is over. So while that is my main project of focus, I am doing small things here and there for the other things that I want to see come together, because my main thing is be consistent. Be consistent. It doesn't mean I have to do something in those areas every single day, but I need to have a goal and I need to work on executing that goal. So it's coming together as far as film. Like, I told myself, what are my next steps with my content? I want to sit down and edit one video. Just sit down and edit one video. Until I make the time to do that, which will probably be coming up this week, this is me doing what I can to be consistent. My next steps for music, I need to re-record the song. So I'll make time to do that at some point. But I just wanted to come on here and just talk through my process. Everyone has to figure out what works for them. But as far as, okay, what are you doing to get everything done? It's a combination of things. It really is. Resting. Like, I went to work today. Work takes energy. Work takes energy. So when I got home, I slept. I didn't even mean to sleep as long as I did. But I was not out. I was drooling. Like, I was in here knocked the fuck out. But it's okay. I obviously needed to rest. And then when I woke up, the question was, okay, you have all these things in your to-do list. Obviously, your time is limited today, because I also prioritize getting in the bed by a certain time, because I get up early. I'm up by like 3:34. So I do not have all day to do stuff. So the question is, what is the most important thing that will move you in the direction that you want to go in? What's one thing that you can work on right now? The book. So that's what I've been working on. It's been going really well. Just brain dumping everything, and I guess I can read a snippet of something. Lord. So I said, realizing the power is within myself, and that it has always been, has empowered me and helped me to think for myself, helped me to dream big, because I know that I can create whatever life I desire. I have a growth mindset thanks to me being a teacher, and I know that I can be whatever I want. I am not stuck. I am free now. I don't have to play it safe and be realistic and hate my job. Why do we as adults ever stop dreaming? Because we matriculate through this world and we don't question what we believe. We're taught that everything is outside of ourselves. We get these jobs that suck the soul out of us because we're taught to stop dreaming, pay your bills, put the creativity to the side. We get married, we have children, and the life is sucked out of us slowly every day. Please don't regret anything about your current life. I just want to put that disclaimer in there. Everything is for your greater good and everything is a teacher. But start questioning and start choosing you more and more. So that's a little snippet of a sneak of a peek. I'll stop there. And yeah. So my goal, actually, I might make the deadline even shorter, because if I tell myself, which is, I know I've read this somewhere, but if you give yourself a long deadline, you're going to extend it out that whole time. So maybe what I need to do is like, hey, like really put some pressure on myself. Like, hey, you're going to get the book written by the end of this week. I think it's realistic. Because I have things written already, and I have notebooks and notebooks and notebooks of stuff that I can pull. I don't know if I'm going to start going into those notebooks yet. I don't know. I'm trying to, just let it flow. But right now, I'm starting with what I have written in my current notebook, and then just kind of go from there. Just take it one step at a time. So, I don't know if that answered the question that I initially came on here to answer, but yeah, work on the one thing that I can do right now without any help from anyone else. Is just me and me and me. And this is easy for me to do for the most part, And then from here, plan out anything else. Like, oh, on this day, you're going to sit down, you're going to re-record that song. On this day, you're going to sit down and edit your videos or whatever, Plan it out. Give yourself rest. Remember that you need to be present, because that is important. And what I mean by that, because it sounds like, oh, just be present. For me, it's kind of layered. For me, it's remember that, yes, you're doing these things. Yes, you feel like there's something big that you need to do, but you also need to remember to enjoy the present. You also need to remember to love where you are right now. Love the people that are around you. Go spend time with your family and friends. Like this past weekend, I went out. I went out twice. I don't typically do that. I'd be in the house, I'll go hang out with family and things like that, but I went out twice, and the reason why is because both set of friends, I have not seen them forever, and you can't get that time back. I'm always very focused and like, oh, gotta work, and it's just like, hey, chill, grasshopper, like, go out and have fun with your friends, because that's not time that you can get back. We try to balance this life. Sometimes it ain't no balancing it. I know some people like, no, you don't need to go out. You don't need. And granted, it's twofold, tenfold, whatever. The point is, I do have those moments of clarity where I sit down and I'm like, let me go through my finances. You know what I'm saying? Make wise decisions, making those sacrifices. That's important too. But also knowing that you gotta let things flow. You can't just be in this mindset of work and exhaustion. You gotta stop. You gotta pause. You gotta play. And for me, I'm so in tune as best as I can be sometimes. Sometimes I forget, but life has a way of knocking your ass off your feet and saying, hey, sit your ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I can be so in tune with what it is that I feel I need. So, like today, when I came home, I'm tired. I try to be as honest with myself as possible. And the truth was, I'm tired. So what you need to do when you're tired? Go to sleep and rest. Pause. So that's what I did, and I slept a long time, even though I had an alarm set. Slept a long time. My body obviously needed it. Uh, so yeah, and taking those times, which I think I do a great job at doing, but taking the time to sit and be quiet and really listen to what it is that you need to do next, that's important. It's part of the process. So, um, but then also knowing when it's time to move. When is it time to move? And praying for that discernment. I'm always praying like, God, help me, please. Help me. Tell me what you need me to do. Tell me where you need me to go. Give me the knowledge. Give me the wisdom. Put me where I need to be. I When I don't know, I'm praying through the whole thing. Praying through the whole thing. So I can sit and talk and talk and talk and talk, but I'm gonna go ahead and go. I kind of want Culver's. I do. Because I'm thinking, I know my mama gonna say something. Or my aunt. Oh, I'm back. Because I'm thinking that I can save what's in there for my lunch tomorrow. Because that food was pretty good. What I cooked last week. My friend made the rice. So it was rice. I had mushrooms, Brussels sprouts, and hummus. It was good. It needs some salt though. It did need some salt. Kind of bland. I know next time. But I might take that for my lunch tomorrow. I think I have some salad in there, so maybe that's something I can make too. Another thing. Oh God, I tell you. Like this morning, I did not want to go to work. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't want to go to work. I sat here in this chair, and I just sat in my blanket and just sat. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A. That's gonna motivate me to get my ass up, because I'm gonna have to hurry up and get dressed to get there. What is that? To get there by a certain time. But I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and make a smoothie. Let me make a smoothie. And let me go ahead and pack my lunch up. Because sometimes it's those decisions that really help to propel us forward when we don't want to do a certain thing. And I do need to sit down and just see how much money I've spent over the weekend. I still have one more bill to pay, my cell phone. So it's those moments where it's just like, enjoyment or no. So, I'll let y'all know what I end up deciding. I know ultimately, though, eating this way does not align with where I want to be. And, sometimes you just have to make those better decisions. But I also know that as you continue to do the internal work, you end up, it happens for you more naturally in a way. It's just kind of like, oh, I don't even want it anymore, versus you forcing yourself or denying yourself. It's like, let me just do what I need to do for myself. Whatever that internal work is, and then it's just like you outgrow it. It's very interesting. So that's one reason why I'm just like, because I enjoy my little Culver date nights. with myself. I go out there, and the thing is, I need to go. If I'm gonna go, I need to go because I don't want to go out there too late and be eating heavy. That will also sway my decision because eating that late is like. But the longer I wait, it's also a decision. All right, let me go. I'll let y'all know what I end up deciding. Talk to you soon. Bye.